Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend vid. Apologies on not getting them out recently. We had some flooding and stuff we had to deal with. So that's why we had kind of a hiatus on the videos. That being said though, let's dive in. So starting with the SPY, we're gonna see just back to the grind at all-time highs. Looking like this. If we go to the week, we had the inside week up last week, and this would have been our weekend vid, 312 to the upside. So you know you're at the top of the broadening formation. Now what? Right? Are we going to stay up there? Or are we going to reverse? Qs, similar, except it's just 2 up, and a little closer to a 2-2 back down. We will see what they plan on doing, but you're going to see the same kind of broadening formation there. Dow Jones, you're going to see the 2-1-2 reversal. Right up at the top of the daily broadening formation. IWM, you're also going to see at the 2-1-2 reversal right into the top of the daily weekly broadening formation, looking like this. So question is, what are we going to do next? We're inside these broadening formations. Are we going to come back through them, or are we going to get to the highs again? That being said, we saw some healthcares going with UNH last week. So you'll see UNH, the inside week reversal, and notice how all these inside week simultaneous breaks occurred. But you'll see UNH, potential outside month, reclaiming a scenario 3 on the quarter. Where's that going? It's trying to go back up there, but realistically, just getting through like half of this range to try and get back up into like the 400, 450 area is kind of what we want to see first. It's got a long ways to go. But in the healthcares, we'll have LLY, bottom of the broadening formation inside week. Definitely want to know about that. BRTX, bottom of the broadening formation, 2-2 reversal week potentially. So we'll be looking at those guys, and then UNH for continuation. In the technologies, we'll have Microsoft, double inside week. So while the market rallied last week, Microsoft did not. You'll see stuck in the middle. However, closer to shooter down pivot machine gun. You'll see in the technologies, Zoom setting up a 2-2 reversal week. And this is more dependent on, are the tech bullish next week or not? But that would change the month to green. Of GoDaddy, see bottom of the weekly broadening formation. If we zoom out to the day, you can see up, all the way down. Now potentially the 2-2 week back up in the technologies there. And then we got some conflicting signals. Tech, slight rev strat, right? We'll see a lot of that's your AMD, NVIDIA, that type of stuff. Same with your semis, maybe, the slight rev strat. And if we do see that rev strat kick in, then take a look at the semis. You have Marvell in there slightly. AMD, maybe. NVIDIA, maybe. AVGO, maybe. LRCX, right? 2 up in red. With AMAT, in this case, 2-2 month down. So AMAT's a little bit worse off here. But in the semis, we'll have AMAT. And then LRCX in there with the 2-2 reversal setup. And we'll see in the industrials. Here's the industrials, maybe a rev strat next week to the downside. Norfolk Southern, double inside week here. In the discretionary, we'll see XLY had the inside week up last week as well. So you want to see them stay up there. However, in the XLY, you'll have Crocs. See the bottom of the weekly broadening formation. I think I made slight penny lower low. You got this. So we like Crocs because if that works, it's going up there. We go to Tesla in the discretionary as well. Shooter week, so slight higher high, shooter, and everyone and their mom is watching this pattern. Like it's a breakout, it's a fake out, it's a this, it's a that. It's a broadening formation, right? So ticks up, we want to see them tick back down and maybe pivot machine gun all this stuff. And the last, uranium was a little weaker last week, but you got some hammers in there. So in the uraniums, let's tell you, look at VWXT, which had some really nice earnings gap. And this is something when we were talking about way back in here, and nice move so far. But you'll see Hammer Day maybe reclaim the daily mother bar. And then CCJ. You'll see a little bit of a choppy mess in here. However, broadening formation is a bit bigger. This Rev Strat, it's got 4% of range on it. And that covers that. So if you're skipping to the end, here is the gist for your weekend video. And I'll see you guys bright and early Tuesday morning for those of you in stat trading. And if you're not, check us out at stratalerts.ai. Adios and have a good rest of your day.